So, I've never been able to completely psychologically manipulate a woman before. And today, I think I have the tools to do that. Today, we are looking at Christian Hudson, acclaimed expert in women's and men's psychology, specifically about how the woman's brain works and how to get her thinking about you like crazy. So, we're going to look at a 40-minute fucking video called Girlfriend Activation System. Girlfriend Activate. Okay. So it starts off with this really stupid 2-minute warning. And I'm just gonna watch it real quick. And we're gonna see what this warning is all about. And then we're gonna get into the juice of the video and everything about this dude's crazy fucking psychological manipulation techniques.
Warning. The following presentation does not apply to women and is only for men who want to make a woman obsess over them.
So, starting off, this video is not for women. It's only for men who want women to obsess over them. That's how you tell we got fucking gold today, guys.
This presentation shares breakthrough psychological techniques which work fast and give men complete control of dating and relationships. You're about to hear from an award-winning expert in the science of dating, psychology, and human behavior, who is taught to sold-out audiences around the world.
Breakthrough psychological techniques which work fast. Nothing spells I jerk off too much in my mom's basement and have nothing better to do with my time than watch videos about breakthrough psychological techniques about how to make a woman obsess over you. So, he claims to have taught to sold-out audiences around the world. I did some research beforehand, and, I found this video posted February 2nd, 2016. Girlfriend Activation System interview. There's some videos, like some fucking spiritual guru guy, and it's just him on the thumbnail. One is how to make an incredible first impression. Alright, we're not looking at that today. There looks like to be this one, Christian Hudson, masculinity and integrity. You know, if you're not producing enough testosterone on a daily basis, maybe you took some bad growth hormones as a 12-year-old such as I, and now you have really ugly boobs.
My name's Christian. Warning, if you're a woman, this presentation is going to make you uncomfortable. The discoveries I'm going to share about what women want, what they secretly crave, are really messed up, and I promise you've never heard this before. And by tapping into this secret knowledge, you will have what it takes to make any woman obsess over you. In fact, I'm going to give you one of my very best tips in just a moment. You'll use it to figure out if a girl will have sex with you on the first date, and it works every time.
So, if you're a woman, I don't know what to tell you, except your pussy's gonna be tingling, and it's gonna make you think weird thoughts. So using this incredible man's techniques, you can just look at a woman, spend some time with her, and know exactly in her mental process, will I fuck this dude on the first date? The interview is basically just about how he talks to these two dudes on the interviewing show, and he talks about how he was trying to get this woman, right? And how it was such a trip for him to he just overanalyzed everything. I thought it was so great. That's another time. I'm probably gonna make 2 parts about this because this is an entire 40 fucking minute video. I'm excited.
See, some girls, they need to have sex early, and if you don't make your move, they get bored and they'll leave you for a more exciting guy. But others need a little more romancing, and if you move too soon, they'll get scared off and leave you for a more respectful guy. So trust me, you need to stick around for this tip.
So he acts like either every dude who's watching this, probably not fucking women, definitely not fucking women, but every dude who watches this is either some recluse who has no testosterone, no confidence in his own being, in his own presence, or some overconfident douchey asshole who asks for nudes on the first text.
Before we get to that, I need to tell you a story. Like most guys, I used to think that money, looks, and a nice car were the way to a girl's heart and, her pants, but they're not. And I learned this in the most humiliating way possible. In my mid-20s, I was the sort of guy you'd look at and think, wow, I bet he gets laid a lot. I was making pretty good money, I drove a cool sports car, that's actually me racing my car at the track, and dressed in Hugo Boss suits, but despite all of this, I rarely got numbers, and I almost never got past first dates.
So, guys, basically, he said he had a lot of money, alright? He said he looked like the guy to get all the boobs. He said that all he wanted was that money and those pants to be off and his face up in some vagina. And he met this really pretty girl that he liked, but all he wanted to do was fuck. I wonder how he became an excellent psychologist.
I really had no idea how to talk to girls, and I was just painfully insecure. So when this one waitress named Christine gave me her number, I was really nervous. Because deep down, I thought she was better than me. I just thought she was so pretty, and I would have killed to have sex with this girl. And the more that I thought about her, the more that I wanted her to be my girlfriend. In my mind, and I can't really explain this, but she was just so perfect for me. So when I finally convinced her to go out with me, I went all out, man. I spent over $600 on 3 dates with her, and except for one lousy kiss on the cheek, got absolutely no signals from her the entire time about how she felt for me.
I presume he's making this fucking story up, but $600 in no signals that the girl, how the girl felt about you, and then she likes you less and less. Maybe if you show her some fucking genuine compassion, maybe.
But anyway, she finally called me, and get this, she told me that she got drunk and she crashed her car. And she wasn't hurt, but she did get put under house arrest for the next 2 months. But did I get the hint that she didn't want to see me anymore? Well, heck no, I thought, this is my chance. I could be her knight in shining armor. I can take care of her while she's trapped at home. So I asked her when would be a good time to see her, but she just kind of avoided the question. So, me being persistent and wanting her to be my girlfriend more than ever, I hatched a plan to surprise her 2 days later. I ordered a $50 tray of sushi, a $80 flower arrangement. I even bought her some comfy, sexy pajamas from Victoria's Secret. When I left work that night, I picked up the sushi, and then I sped through rush hour traffic fast as I could to get to her house, because I wanted to arrive a few minutes before the flowers got there. But traffic was worse than usual that day, so as I was pulling up to her curb, I saw the flower delivery guy knocking on her door. And just as I was walking up to the house, sushi tray in one hand, Victoria's Secret bag in the other, the door opened. But it wasn't Christine. It was a guy. He was kind of scrawny and dorky looking, but he wasn't wearing a shirt, and his hair was really messy. And then I saw Christine. She came to the door wearing nothing but a bedsheet that was wrapped around her. I could see her saying, "Yeah, that's me," to the flower delivery guy. She looked kind of confused. And then her eyes landed on me. In her face, it turned to shock and horror.
It begins really fucking falling apart, alright? And so, let me catch up. She gets in a car accident because she's fucking a drunk whore. It's not even real anyway. So she crashes her car, and now she's on house arrest because she's fucking drunk. And he starts, once again, because he doesn't learn from his goddamn mistakes, buys more shit. Comfy pajamas, flowers, sushi tray or some dumb shit. Alright. Perfect golden scenario here. He's going to her place, alright? And he orders flowers on this day. He's got the sushi tray in the other hand, fish tray, whatever it was. And, whoa. Extended amount of traffic today. He pulls up to the house just a little bit late. Oh my gosh, just in time for the flower guy. Guess who answers the door? A scrawny fucking nugget with messy hair. Yeah, he has no shirt on too. Fuck. Okay. It's fine. It's probably just her cousin. Alright? Oh my gosh. No. She pulls up to the front door in a bed sheet because you know when you're in a house sleeping with somebody and then making some other dude spend a shit ton of money on you and not telling him that you don't like him, it's always important to just walk up to the front door with your bedsheet completely naked to the flower guy and be like, oh yeah, that's me. Uh-oh, guess what happens next? She sees Christian when he pulls up with the sushi tray and the flowers.
As if I'd done something wrong. And she started yelling at me, asking why I showed up without calling her first and telling me I had no right to do any of this. So she rejected all of my gifts, she told me never call her again, and she slammed the door right in my face. I felt like I wanted to throw up. The flower delivery guy asked me if I wanted to get a drink, but all I wanted was to be a guy who didn't have stuff like this happen to him.
Get this bullshit. After she is the one caught cheating, and keep in mind, still completely naked with the bed sheet on her, she's like, this is your fault. You should have never done this. You should have never spent your money. You should have never been a dumbass. Shuts the door. Flower guy offers him a drink. I would have just took the drink and then went home, cried, jerked off into a pillow, slept, and then forget about the whore.
I was so angry, not just because Christine was having sex with another guy. I was angry with myself for being so stupid, for screwing things up yet again. So I left my business, I moved to New York, and I went to work for one of the world's best-known pickup artists. I wanted to practice with more girls, so I usually went out about 5 nights a week. I read every ebook, I watched every DVD, I learned every trick I could find. And things actually started improving. I learned how to make girls laugh, but half the time I felt like they were laughing at me, not with me. I was really depressed for about 2 months. After all these years of dedication, I still felt like I had no control. I still felt like a loser. And I thought about giving up, but I still wanted to date amazing girls. I didn't want to settle for a life of mediocrity. So what was the one thing that changed and put me in the big leagues, dating famous actresses and models? Read an article on the Huffington Post about this weird thing called literotica. It's like pornography for the female mind. Think romance novels, but on steroids. Maybe you've heard of that book, 50 Shades of Grey? In 2008, about the same number of women bought literotica novels as there were men who subscribed to pornography websites, and I don't think I need to tell you that there are a lot of men who subscribe to pornography websites. Literotica is currently the #1 ebook category on Amazon.com. I mean, this is the dark secret that every girl indulges in. Chances are very good that just about every woman you know has gotten off on it at some point.
Fast forward a little bit. He gets depression, he researches gurus, learns the techniques, he makes progress, but he still sucks dick at communicating genuinely with other humans. Now we're on something about literotica. Example, 50 Shades of Grey, that's the example that he makes. Some stupid correlation between women who buy literotica novels and male pornography subscriptions. Okay?
Let's face it, man. If you ask a woman what she wants, she'll tell you she wants a rich guy who can make her laugh, or a sexy Men's Health cover model, or a confident movie star. And that's her social brain doing the talking, the part of her that would never tell someone about her deep, dark desires. But I once had money, and I learned to make girls laugh, and I was still failing miserably.
So, according to his standards, women are someone who they'll never fucking tell you how they really feel, and they say they want the sexy man and the confident movie star. And they want richness. Like, a lot of money. This dude's out of his mind.
It was an obsession storyline, and when a guy in the stories followed it, it made the women want to sleep with him and compulsively fall in love. So I went a little further. I began to read some scientific research and realized that this obsession story is something that women are born with. They literally pop out of the womb programmed to fall for it, and you have thousands of years of evolution to thank for that one. And that's why literotica is so popular and addictive. Every book that does well, it's pretty simple. It just follows the same obsession story that evolution has hard-coded into a woman's DNA. But I figured out an amazing social hack that gets girls to approach me. It works so well that out of the 9 long-term girlfriends I've had in my life, 8 of them approached me first.
So, fast forward through some really awkward bullshit. This entire thing's awkward bullshit, but he talks about this thing that women have in their head called an obsession story, where a woman replays something in her mind about this person, or something that he said, or the things that he does, or his patterns, and this replays, and then she becomes obsessed over time. You know, like thoughts. Dumb shit. Okay, so now... Fuck, forgot.
8 of them approached me first. Now another thing, out of the 9 long-term girlfriend hack that gets girls to approach me, it works so well.
Right. Okay, so we find some technique to get girls to approach him. GHB.
Create a simple text-by-text system that just followed the obsession story. Now, I even tested this part of the system on a gorgeous female friend who had a very wealthy and good-looking boyfriend. Worst case, I thought she'd see me as a love-struck dork, but since she'd already made it really clear to me that she only saw me as a friend, I thought, what the hell. The results? After making out with me in a taxi one night, she dumped him, for me, 2 days later. I sure didn't mean for that to happen. She and I were just friends, and I tried it on her to see how she would respond, but unfortunately, she got really clingy and needy, so I needed to let her go.
He has a system. Text messages. Obsession story. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. He steals someone's girlfriend, makes out with her in a taxi cab. She likes him too much, then he dumps her. The fact that this is all running through this dude's head, and he spent so long, just wait till we get to the website. He spent time on this 40-minute video of teaching us how to get the goods. And then he's fucking just using people. I'm kind of in... I mean, maybe he's just a little fucked in the head.
So I'm going to reveal the secret to finding out if a girl will have sex with you on the first date. See, there's a point in every girl's obsession story where she's like, yep, it's finally time to have sex with this guy. And you need to be one step ahead of her so that you make your move at the right moment. Some girls desperately want you to have sex with them on the first date, but other girls expect you to wait for a few dates so they don't feel like sluts. So I developed a simple way to figure this out. Here's how it works. When you're asking her out, and I'll tell you exactly how to do that, just casually suggest that she stop by your place first. Now, if she declines the offer, then you know she's going to need a few dates to get comfortable. No worries at all. But if she says yes, then you've hit checkpoint number 1.
You ask her to stop by her place. She says no. She's not comfortable. This 5 or 10 seconds right here is the most on point, accurate information presented within this 40 minutes. I haven't even watched the remaining 13 minutes minus 39, that's that amount of time. I've not finished watching the rest of it. I know that's going to be the only accurate piece of information we're going to get from this fucking cut.
It's a pretty good sign that she's DTF, down to on the first date. Now, you want to be almost ready to go when she arrives, but when you answer the door, make sure you're not wearing any shoes, and major bonus points if you have half a glass of wine in your hand. Tell her that you're just finishing an email and ask her if she wants to come in. If she agrees, you hit checkpoint number 2.
Okay, guys. So, we know she's down to fuck. Alright? But here's where it gets really specific. You listen to me now, alright? You have to listen closely. You answer the door with no shoes on. Bonus points for a glass of wine, okay? Tell her you're in the middle of an email, okay? Guys, you're gonna score. She's gonna be down the fucking no time. She's gonna look down at you in your thigh-high cat in the hat socks, and she's gonna be like, that's a guy I would give a foot job to.
Now on her way in, ask her if she wouldn't mind taking her shoes off. And if she agrees to that, you've passed the 3rd checkpoint. And finally, I'm gonna say this. Man, how rude of me. Can I pour you half a glass of wine while I finish my email?
Guys, now you've passed it. You've passed the hardest part, the email. You're showing off your cat in the hat thigh highs. You're in the middle of writing an email to no one. Get her inside. Ask her to take off her shoes, because you're not going to be ready for this foot job.
You and I both know that there is a secret enemy who keeps us from the women we want. And that enemy is women themselves. Women keep their secret desires hidden from us. Think about it. Would you keep your porn collection out in the open, share it on Facebook, and tell girls about it on your first date? Well, heck no. You keep your secret fantasies and your dark desires very private. And women know better than to tell you what they really want, what gets them obsessed and makes them fall for a guy.
Guys, here's where it gets deep. Women have boundaries. We know this, alright? This is the hardest part. Women will not tell you everything on the first date. They are snakes and they will hide information from you. And then he makes the analogy, you wouldn't share all your porn on your social media, would you?
So they come up with BS like, he can make me laugh, or he's got a good job, or he's well built, because it's socially acceptable to say those things. And sadly, this is really sad, a lot of women even start to believe these things for themselves, so they look for guys who have those things, and while none of that stuff hurts, it's now what actually makes women happy. How do I know?
Okay, so here he is, kind of repeating himself here. He's talking about how women don't want the money and the body, and he says how it's socially acceptable to say those things, alright? But, what did he say?
Makes women happy. How do I?
It doesn't make women happy, yeah. How does he know?
I used to be frustrated, lonely, and I always screwed things up with the girls I liked. I felt like there was absolutely no hope for a very big part of my adult life. And if you feel the same way, then you need to know that there's not just hope, but certainty. You can land an absolutely amazing woman too. The woman you never quite knew how to get before today.
So now, he's back on the trope of, well, this whole thing is psychologically manipulating women, because he thinks he knows what everyone thinks. And then he points out really obvious things that everybody thinks, like, people don't want materialism for happiness. It's gonna fill some kind of imaginary void that's just gonna collapse on you, and you're gonna be sad and depressed again. And he talks about, sob story. I'm so sad, I'm so depressed. Why can't I get women to fuck me? Okay? He cures his depression by figuring out all these techniques and fucking women. Guys, I thought it was, you can't fight fire with fire, or you can or something, but, well, I guess you can fill the empty void in your big black fucking heart by getting boobs. Get some boobs.
But today, everything changes for you because for the first time ever, I'm making my system publicly available. It's called the Girlfriend Activation System.
Hooray! He's making it public, guys. The Girlfriend Activation System. So you can psychologically manipulate your friends, and then they're gonna think you're a fucking crazy moron for the rest of their lives and not ever talk to you again. And you're going to probably ruin your reputation. Let's just continue.
You know, I thought about coming up with a cooler, trendier name for it, but I settled on this one because it's quite literally how the system works. When you use it, you will activate a woman's obsession story and make her want to be your girlfriend. So
here's what I'm talking about. Psychological manipulation to get the woman to like you. Instead of just being a genuine human being and approaching her genuinely. Getting my dick blood pumping today, boys.
when you use it, you will activate a woman's obsession story and make her want to be your girlfriend. So she'll commit herself to you fully, sexually and emotionally. It puts the dating game on autopilot, so you don't have to spend a lot of time or money on it, and you can pretty much skip right to the good stuff. Whether you want to jump right into a relationship with a girl you've had your eye on for a while, or you want to try before you buy and play the field before deciding who you want to get serious with.
Okay, so you can, how you spend like weeks and months and probably years developing a relationship with a human being. Yeah, well, with this, it's like literal actual life hacks. You can just skip the relationship part. You can just skip the being a good human being part. You can skip all those stupid emotions. You can skip fighting through all the shit in your life to stay with this person and have a genuine connection with this person. And you can just eat their ass the first day. Genius.
As you right now, I'd probably be wondering exactly what's in the Girlfriend Activation System. Well, I'll tell you momentarily, but first I need to shut the doors to some of the viewers.
I visited the website, and after shutting the fucking door on a shitty goddamn deal, we go to here, and it has all these little things of these like ridiculously overpriced little techniques for manipulating people. And then you come down here, blah blah blah. I'm not reading all this shit. I actually just did, just to realize that you pay today $67 instead of $3,000. What in whatever? Like, this is not even close to even being worth $3,000. I know it's marked out, but goddamn, this dude has some goddamn nards. Okay, 365-day money-back guarantee. Cool, I guess. Terms and condition. We hate legal mumbo-jumbo. Whatever, don't care. You're fucking cunt. Enter a valid email to lock in your discount. I'm not fucking paying for this, alright?
No.
So I found on a video that, I'm just watching videos. Apparently, in the algorithm, if you tell them to like and subscribe, that'll help you actually get more subscribers and likes. Like and subscribe.